good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Get ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 75 yards. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 77 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
Fourth down, here's Jackson. That's complete, it's Devin Duvernay. And he is going to have the Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Jackson to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right now.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Ray McLeod. Taking it about the 16. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready, ready.
And now they'll throw with Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Right, 60.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 27 yards. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gould for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 75 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he's got some space here. And finally taken out of bounds all the way up near midfield. 80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So from the 36 now, first and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. For the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. McCaffrey on the counter. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Slot man moves right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, here's Mitchell. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be looking for the possibility of a pass. But that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On first down, Drake. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Play action. It's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And Jackson throwing once more. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. first and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first and goal, Drake. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Again, it's Drake, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a play fake. Lance. And that is incomplete.
That's a really good job there defensively. They went into this position knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it. 4th down. My goodness. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
26 yards now.
And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Lance. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Justin Matabike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
On second down, McCaffrey. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 107 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Shifts by him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. McCaffrey running up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 128 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Let's go now. Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's get it. Champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Feeling like king, baby, it's on the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make it remember. I just broke down hella trees out of timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow they mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TBS, got the muscle, lets me run my hand. I love it. Got so many rings, I need one for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We champions.
is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Strike. Wait. Keep it in the end zone for us.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw, no shot.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Striker. 3-3.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Murray. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Murray. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Andy Lee now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's McLeod on the return. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Right back to Mitchell here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The kick by Gold is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Murray's throw complete to McBride. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Murray. The football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down, and he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward.
That's into double coverage and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. McLeod to return it. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. Here's Lance to throw it. Forced out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray, screen pass to Connor. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Isaiah Simmons picking it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. A huge play there for Arizona. 77 yards. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. They'll run here with Connor. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Here's Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Here's second and a yard. Lance looking to throw it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action, now it's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, 41 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 47 yards. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Blankenship out to kick off. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Come on, set.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 45 yards. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it. as we come up on a big third down. They'll try the left side with Connor. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Runs over it. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. From the center of the field, this to win the ball game. And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.